Right, let's kick off a deep dive into someone, well, truly legendary today. When we talk Michael Jordan, most of us immediately picture the iconic midair dunk, the tongue out.
The championship.
Exactly. The rings, the sheer dominance that made him arguably the greatest basketball player of all time.
No question.
But here's the angle we're exploring that might surprise you. His financial empire, which actually dwarfs his on-court earnings. It's quite something.
It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? I mean, his athletic prowess was just, well, undeniable. But his transformation into this multi-billion-dollar figure, that's an entirely separate, equally compelling story.
Yeah.
It's really about how he leveraged that initial immense fame into something far, far greater.
Precisely. So our mission for you today is to really unpack the sources we've looked at, the articles, the research, our notes, to kind of reveal the key strategic decisions, maybe some unexpected ventures.
And those aha.
Yeah, those aha moments that built MJ's estimated, $3.5 billion net worth as of mid-2025?
Around that, yes.
You're going to get, hopefully, a really clear picture of how monumental modern athlete wealth is actually built. It's often not what you first think. So let's start with what most people think is the foundation, the playing salary. Michael Jordan's NBA career earnings. They were substantial, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Over 15 seasons with the Bulls and the Wizards later on, he pulled in approximately $90 million in salary.
$90 million, which, I mean, for almost anyone else.
Right. That's an astronomical sum. But, when I first saw that number, my thought was $90 million for the GOAT. I almost felt small in a grand scheme of things.
Well, that's the context, exactly. What does that figure truly tell us about the limits of even legendary athletic income compared to the kind of wealth we're about to explore? And that's such a crucial distinction. It's really the core insight here, I think. While $90 million is, massive at absolute terms, absolutely.
Sure.
And it certainly laid the crucial initial groundwork when we compare it to his current estimated net worth of $3.5 billion.
It just vanishes, almost.
It almost pales in comparison, yeah. His playing salary, impressive as it was, represents a relatively small piece of his overall financial pie. The real lesson here for you, the listener, is that the true source of monumental generational wealth for athletes often lies far beyond their playing days. It's about what you build on top of that initial fame and success.
Okay, so that brings us to the real game changer. And it all revolves around one thing, really. The unparalleled power of the Jordan brand.
The partnership with Nike.
The cornerstone partnership,
Yeah.
Started way back in 1984. An initial deal worth $500,000 per year. Which, even then...
It was huge for the time. Groundbreaking for an athlete back then.
Absolutely.
But what started as just, an endorsement deal, it quickly evolved into something truly revolutionary.
It wasn't just shoes.
No, not at all. The Jordan brand isn't merely a line of shoes or apparel. It actually operates as a full-fledged subsidiary of Nike. It fundamentally reshaped the entire sneaker industry.
Billions, right?
It consistently generates billions in revenue annually. It's a financial powerhouse in its own right.
And the financial arrangement for Jordan himself, it's truly astonishing. He reportedly earns a 5% royalty on wholesale from the Jordan brand. Now, maybe unpack that for us. What does wholesale mean here for his earnings?
That's a great question, Wholesale here refers to the price Nike sells the Jordan products to retailers. So think Foot Locker, other sports stores.
Before they even hit the shelves.
Exactly, before the consumer buys them. So Jordan gets a piece of that massive initial revenue stream flowing from Nike to the stores, not just a cut of the final retail price.
Okay, got it.
And to put that 5% into perspective, we're talking about payouts totaling hundreds of millions of dollars in cash each and every year.
Hundreds of millions annually.
Analysts actually estimate that his royalty stream alone is worth approximately $1.7 billion.
Wow. Just the royalty stream.
Just the royalty stream. It's an ongoing income engine that truly sets him apart, even decades after he stopped playing.
That figure really puts the scale of his ongoing earnings into perspective. Retirement clearly didn't slow that down.
Not one bit. And, this isn't just about Michael Jordan becoming a billionaire. The Jordan effect, as people call it.
Right.
It extends far beyond his personal balance sheet. This partnership with Nike, it didn't just make him wealthy, it established an entirely new blueprint. It set a new standard.
Paved the way for others.
Exactly. It paved the way for other athletes to secure similarly massive, lucrative endorsement deals that now often extend well beyond their playing careers. It fundamentally shifted how athletes could capitalize on their personal brand, their IP.
So Jordan obviously nailed it with Nike. Monumental success. But he wasn't content just dominating, on the court or through sneakers.
Not at all.
He started looking for completely new playing fields for his capital. Shows a really shrewd business mind, actually.
Definitely.
Let's unpack how he meticulously diversified his portfolio beyond just footwear. The first truly massive one, and what I'd call a masterclass in ROI, is his ownership of the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, indeed. He became the majority owner. They were the Charlotte Bobcats back then in 2010.
Yeah, the Bobcats first.
Investing somewhere between $175 million and $275 million. Sources vary slightly on the exact initial amount.
Still a huge chunk of change.
A very significant move at the time. And the return on investment. It's been staggering.
And maybe just quickly for listeners, ROI, return on investment?
Right, good point. ROI is essentially how much profit he made compared to his initial outlay, his initial investment. In this case, well, in 2023, he sold his majority stake.
For how much?
The team valuation was estimated at around $3 billion.
$3 billion? From maybe $200 million?
Exactly. That's a phenomenal return by any measure, a huge win. Though he wisely did retain a minority stake in the team, so he's still involved.
From the court to the boardroom. Literally a slam dunk investment. But okay, he didn't stop there. He's also ventured into more modern digital plays, like his stake in DraftKings.
Yep, that's another interesting one. He holds about 0.7% of DraftKings and also serves as a special advisor.
And that stake is worth?
As of April 2025, it was valued at approximately $110 million. Not insignificant.
Definitely not.
He's also diversified into luxury brands. Cincoro Tequila, that seems like maybe more of a passion project, but
Adapts into that high-end image. Yeah.
It does, and it offers a tangible product beyond sportswear. He's a co-founder, has about a 10% stake, and that brand's seen significant success too. It's enterprise value.
Enterprise value meaning?
Meaning the total value of the company, so including both its equity and its debt. It's apparently approaching the $1 billion mark.
Another potential home run.
Seems like it. Now, for those who know his love for speed.
NASCAR.
Right. He co-owns the NASCAR Cup Series team 23XI Racing with Denny Hamlin. So he's expanding his sports footprint even further into completely different arenas.
And, like any smart long-term investor, he's also got real estate.
Of course. A sizable portfolio reportedly valued at an estimated $150 million. Classic wealth management strategy there.
What I find truly impressive beyond these newer ventures is the sheer endurance of his original endorsements.
The longevity is incredible.
Even long after retirement, he's maintained incredibly profitable partnerships. Gatorade, Hanes, Upper Deck.
Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Wheaties, the list goes on.
These aren't just like legacy deals where they pay him a small fee. They continue to generate significant income year after year.
Absolutely. And he continues to leverage his stardom in media ventures too. He recently signed a new deal with NBC for NBA coverage.
Oh yeah, how much?
Reportedly worth around $40 million per year.
Wow. Still commanding top dollar.
And let's not forget the cultural and financial phenomenon of Space Jam back in '96.
Space Jam, of course.
The movie grossed over $230 million worldwide, which was huge then. But the merchandising, that generated over $1 billion.
$1 billion in merch.
Yeah. These are all additional ongoing revenue streams, all building on that incredibly strong initial brand foundation laid decades ago.
So let's synthesize this. What does this all mean for you, our listener? Michael Jordan's financial journey. It's a powerful testament, obviously, to his unparalleled brand appeal. That's undeniable.
But it's more than just fame.
Exactly. Critically, it's also about his incredibly shrewd business decisions.
Yeah.
It's not simply that he was the greatest player, it's how he masterfully leveraged that fame into these enduring partnerships, these smart investments that truly distinguishes his financial legacy.
Mm-hmm. It cements his status not just as the GOAT of basketball, but also as a bona fide titan of industry.
Oh, God about it.
His story really provides a powerful blueprint, doesn't it, for how personal brand combined with strategic investment can create just staggering wealth.
Yeah, it really does.
So thinking about that, given Michael Jordan's unparalleled success in turning athletic prowess into this multi-billion-dollar business empire, what lessons can we maybe draw about the enduring power of a personal brand? And maybe how might future generations of athletes innovate on this very model? What's the next evolution?
That's a great question. Something for everyone to mull over long after this deep dive finishes.